What's up? What's up? It's Kurt the Kurt, Mr. PPP man. PPP Fraud. Ooh. Let me stop. I'm only playing, guys. It's just a joke. How you guys doing? I did a little research, and this is the update to the update to the update. Because this is my third video I did about PPP Fraud and the outcome of it. I'm just trying to keep you guys apprised. If you're not don't have the time to sit there and go through SBA website and do the research, I decided to do. I was going to do it since I got to do it anyway because I have to help people since I'm a tax preparer, help people with their tax situations. So I talk about SBA with them. Looking at these situations, they're not really giving nobody no time. They throwing numbers up there. They're posting a newspaper talking about, oh, this person gonna get this much time. What I'm seeing right now is people getting their charges dropped and striking deals. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be you, because you can mess around and they can make an example of you and give you those football jersey numbers. But for the most point, the government is kind of smart and strategic in a manner that is utilizing its resources. It's looking at the situation like, okay, we got this many cases. Let's try to recover the money, because if I lock you up, how am I going to get money from you? Liquidate your assets. You probably don't have no assets in the begin with. That's why you're probably doing this fraud in the first place. So the smartest thing to do is if you're employed, you're working, all right, we're gonna set you up on a payment arrangement where you could just every pay period, we're gonna take money back so you can recoup the SBA loan money. So that's what they're doing. Some people paying back a lump sum. You took $50,000, you pay back 20. Then you make a payment arrangement. So stuff like that is happening right now. I'm looking at stuff like that. I see these arrangements is happening. A lot of it's pretty solid online, but I have people that work in the courts and they just keeping me updated with certain information because it's just out of curiosity. I want to know so I can help my people, because I know a lot of people screwed up and got caught up with this whole PPP fraud business. And I know that they have people going around saying, hey, you trying to get some money through the PPP loan? Well, I charge you $5,000. Let me do the paperwork. And unfortunately, they submitted fraudulent documentation of a false company on your behalf. And as a result of it, that's actually a 2-year. That's supposed to be a 2-year sentence in jail, but they're actually waiving it. It looks like. Don't take my word for it. Like I said, I'm just looking at quite a few cases. Right now, we had 11,000 cases. Before I told you it was only in a matter of the hundreds. Now they had 11,000 and change. They're trying to recover over $3 billion in of assets, right? I mean money and stuff like that, because that's what the estimate. They gave out around $3 billion out of 11,000, so they're trying to recover this money back and forth. So it's a matter of time. They're gonna keep on investigating. They hire a task force to come after the situation, so they can start recouping some of this money. Because if they keep on, because remember, there's so many people that did this fraud thing that they can't lock everybody up. I mean, they can lock you up, but they're not going to throw away the key on you. They'd rather you pay it. So if you got some type of employment, you got to start paying. Because you got some people, and this is one of the biggest things you got to be careful with, going and getting the PPP loan and also collecting unemployment at the same time. You're not allowed to do both. That's one of the biggest frauds too. Let's say if you legally have a business, but you also have a W-2 because you work for somebody, so you lost your job. Now you collecting unemployment, but you also try to get the PPP loan because you have a business. That's illegal. You're not supposed to do that. It's either one or the other. By you doing that, you're frauding the government. So if you're not aware of it, I'm letting you aware of it now. You could tell people this. You're not supposed to collect unemployment. Also, because that defeats the purpose. Either you're a business or you're a W-2. It's either or. You know what I'm saying? You could be both. You could be both and stuff like that. It's not impossible. But the thing is, you can't collect unemployment if you still have a business generating income. Because unemployment is for people that's not getting no money at all. So if you're not receiving any money at all, then you have the right to file for unemployment and get your necessary benefits as it come. But you can't say you're a business owner but also have a W-2 on this end. And then, okay, you lose your job, but you still have your business. But you say your business is making money and you apply for the PPP loan, then that's a problem. You can't do both. And I've noticed that a lot of people was doing it, and I'm sitting there shaking my head like they don't realize they're going to have a financial issue later. And IRS is cracking down on it. But right now, you guys are lucky because IRS is working at 25% capacity. They don't have the manpower to go after all these cases right now because they fund their funding for their sector has been cut by Congress. It's been like this for like 2 years. It got kind of worse. Like the funding is real bad right now for them. So I guess that's a good or bad thing. I don't. Anyway, I guess whatever category you're in is either a good thing or a bad thing. But I will tell you this: try to get your priorities in order. So in the event if you do get caught by SBA, work out an arrangement with them. I don't want to see you guys go to jail. I want you to work it out, pay it back. Look at it was a bad loan with a bad interest, because at the end of the day, they might accept your arrangement to pay the money back, but they're going to want a hefty fine from you. That restitution fee is ridiculous. So if you took, like for example, you took $20,000, expected they're probably going to want $10,000 on top of that. So you're going to mess around and have to pay back $30,000. And they're doing that because that's either that or we lock you up and you do time in jail. And I think anybody say, you know what, $30,000 sounds good to me. Even if you don't really make much money, it might take you a long time to pay it off. Remember, the federal government is okay with that. Even with IRS, when people say, oh, they avoid paying IRS, I don't know why. Because IRS is willing, even though they try to get $1,000 a month from you, or $50 or $500 a month from you. If you tell IRS, listen, this is what I have, this is my finances, I got this, this. Can I pay you guys $50 a pay period or $100 a month? They're gonna say yes. 98% of the time they say yes. And if they don't say yes with IRS, and this is what a lot of people don't know, you can take IRS to court. So let's say if they freeze your assets, IRS used to have the power. They don't got the same power they had before. They can still come after you and garnish and freeze your bank accounts and do all that craziness. But you have a right to take them to court, because you have a right to live. Regardless of your financial circumstances, you have a right to live. And you can actually get an agreement in court where they take a substantial amount of money out your paycheck. Because remember, IRS is IRS. You die, whatever assets or life insurance policy, they can zap it if you owe them. So they almost like guarantee their money. So there's no reason why they need to take it all in one lump sum from you. But back to the SBA thing. You guys is gonna be okay. All I tell you to do is just share this video. It's very important to share this video. Let people know, because I know there's a lot of people that did unemployment that also got the SBA loan. You know what I'm saying? The PPP loan. Share this video so they know that that's not legal at all. But you might slip under the radar. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. But everybody take it easy. God bless and be safe. Let me see how I sound now.